Hello and welcome back to the Real-Ish-Tic series here on the fields of Tyrone. I'm just finishing up getting our last mode meadow TED. Let's get that out right. We have rain due late this evening and our forecast is showing rain due for the rest of September, but we can't see the specifics of that yet. So what I'd like to do is try and get this TED and then try and tackle our harvest before we're set in for a few days of rain, because we don't want to lose that. So I'll get this finished and I shall then meet you guys up at the store and we'll try and lease ourselves a harvester. So let's jump in, let's go. So once again, hello, welcome if you are new, welcome back if you are a returning viewer. I do appreciate you all. This is our first recording of the new year, so happy new year to you all. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. It's been a while. I recorded the first 3 episodes were all recorded before Christmas, so it has been a while. I took a break from all of my recording games. I didn't play any games I record for about 3.5 weeks, just so I felt like I had a real break from it. So all of our cut meadows have been TED. They are now ready to be rolled up. So I'm just gonna have this ready, and while we are working on the harvest, we can have our worker trying to sort out the windrowing. God, I can't get any words out. Perhaps I needed a second cup of coffee before I started. Just going to try and back this up a little bit so I can bring my harvester through. Then hopefully we can set this up to follow me. I will just turn the engine off. There we are. Right. So let's go and have a little look. I've got an idea on what we're going to have, because I've only got a few small harvesters sort of available to me. I will scour the mod hub for other things as time goes by, just so we can try out some different ones. So in our harvesters, there's the 8570, but that's no doubt had a lot of use elsewhere. And as I said before, big fan of the Dominator. And I've only got small class harvesters installed at the minute. So if we're not going to go with the Dominator for now, and I've got 2 versions, we've got the Hispano and the Mark IV. My other option is the Mega. So we're going to go with the Mega. We're going to lease it. Now, what are any differences other than the new gen engine? I think we'll just go with the OG 208. Tires we won't worry about changing, since that's not ours. GPS we won't install. We'll do this ourselves. Beacon light, that can all be the same. So it's 235 horsepower, 50 miles an hour, and it has an 8,000 litre, which I think is 500 litres more than what the Dominator holds. So it's just a little bit bigger hopper, not a lot. But this is what we're going to go with. We will lease it. That's going to cost us £4,000 or £4,500 base cost. Then if we have a look at its combinations, we want the header. So if we'll lease this is 6 meters. That's going to be another grand. And then we've got the trailer, and that is going to be another 500. Oh, another 500, another 50. So I think in total, that has cost us around about, or just under 6,000. Now, when we come to sell the little crop we're going to get off it, we probably won't even get 6,000. I don't think that is a great profit crop that we've got there anyway. Let's jump in cab. But we need the straw, so I'm going to try and get down here without sticking it in those containers behind me. I can't really see, unfortunately. That's alright. Safe, safe, safe. So if we try and hook this up on here. Now we probably could get away with driving down the road with that on, but I thought that's not very proper, so we won't do that. But I think you could. I think you could get away with it. I'm not sure how well we'd get in the gate with it though, so we shall do everything as best we can, or as I can. Again, I have my limitations. So if I lower that down, hopefully that'll take to that quite nicely. It did. I've got to try and turn around and hook that up. Not sure if I've got enough space. I have to jump out for this. Tell you what, didn't do too bad actually. But better than staring at that corrugated wall, we'll actually have a look at what we're doing. Will that connect at a dodgy angle? No, of course not. Probably would be easier to come with a tractor and pull it, but we've already got a tractor with the fella on the back. We might have to get out and give it a little push, I think. It's on wheels. Yeah. Let's give it a little push around for ourselves. I think we'll be alright with that. There we are. Right. So what I'm going to do is, I've got that right. I have. Well done me. I'm going to put my beacon on. I'm just going to leave. Sorry, I'm just going to leave this out here somewhere. Hopefully we don't disrupt too much traffic. I'll quickly jump to the other tractor and we'll set up our worker to follow. So, you know, if this was a more edited series, we'd be able to cut all that out. But showing it raw, showing it as it is. Did they have a little countdown? Oh, yeah, they're good. Last time gave me a little bit of issue, didn't it? So, see if they come with me. Top man. So yeah, we'll get back to the farm. I'll set the worker off, raking up the meadows, and then we'll try and tackle our wheat harvest. Like I say, there's not going to be a lot there. There really isn't, but need the straw for bedding, and then we can look to see what we're going to do about getting cows in, because we've got silage, we've got hay, we can easily get meadow grass if we need. Should be all good. Even if it's just a handful of cows to get started. Trying to take that nice and wide. Hopefully our workers still following us. Been prone to having an accident and taking a break, haven't they? Doing a runner. Are you still there? Let's see the rake in the mirror. I'm gonna have to have a little assessment of the gates and the barley field on how I'm going to get this in. I'm not too distraught if I have to drive on some crop. Kind of is what it is. You know, I could stick the header on the back of another tractor and try and pull that in first. Depends on which way we need to go. So I stop here. Well, they clipped the wall anyway. Never mind. He thought he was finished for the day. So I brought it back, boss. I brought it back. Take this out and break. I think I'll set this up on... I think this is the larger of, isn't it? So we'll set that up on here. I think 3 headlands, start center. I'll bring it in a little bit just to make sure. And then we should have another headland round for me to do because I overlapped the cut. So let's generate. Start the wee jobby. Off they go. Ah! Watch out. Schweins. So yeah, we've got that one to rake, this one to rake, a far one to rake, and then off our newest meadow that we added to the farm that needs to be raked. So, how are we looking for entrance? Where's our gate? Oh, it's got a bit of a cut in. So I think I might... put the header on the back of a tractor. Bring it in, back it up, and then connect, I think. I think that'll be the easiest way to do it. If we stick it on the case, because it'll be used in the landy to pull the cart, I wouldn't, there's every chance we get all of that filled in the hopper anyway. Disconnect. Trying to think now. If I put the logistics, I'll be able to get past, don't I? And get rid of that. We'll go past the gate and then we'll back up to get in. Well, I'm wondering. Well, I can see very well. No, I won't. I was thinking I could back up in and try and get around, then just drive straight in. With the case, but I know I'd end up faffing and messing it up. So we won't do that. We'll play it safe-ish. It's nearly 4 o'clock already. I'm not quite sure what time the sun's going to set. I mean, it's not going to take us long to harvest that, I don't think. The rain is due, I think, at like 8, so we can go until quite late if need be. If you call 8 quite late, I'm getting old, so you know anything after 5 is sort of starting to feel a bit late. No weight on the back. Oh, it would be facing that way, wouldn't it? Okay. Do you ever feel like everything's always set up just to make every little step just a bit harder? Because sometimes I do. If that sat facing the other way, this would be so much easier. What's the headland like all the way around? Because I would... I'll happily drive all the way around the field if it means driving on less crop. Oh, man, there's not even room to get in. Is there? Right, yeah. Need to take that a lot wider. So let's swing it around this time. Oh, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. Right. Yeah, if the header was facing the other way, I could have just backed up, like over the gate. Whereas to turn that around, I'd have to just trample all over the crop. Just quickly hoss round it. 30 mile an hour around the field. That's why it's just Real-Ish-Tic and not the Real-Ish-Tic. A lot of space down here. You needed a gate down there. There was loads of room to enter and turn around on. Is there another one down here on the roadside? There is. It's still not the right side, is it? What am I doing here? What am I doing? Just driving around in a circle for no reason. What am I doing? What am I doing? We put it right up to this gate then. Think. I just need to be able to get to it without. Just don't want to drive all over my crop. That's all it is. I will try and figure out a better way of doing this. I think if I come in here, I should be able to get on that. Get on it, son! This is giving them time to get the raking done. They'll be ready to move on before I even start. I'll leave that open. That's not going to get in the way. Open the hopper while we go. Right, let's have this disaster of an entrance to a field. Gate feels so small. I'm already snagging as well, I think. Yeah. Wow. Simply wow. That's phenomenal. How do you get your harvester in here? This is just so small. Perhaps I have to have a little Dominator to get in here. I'm not even sure if this is going to fit in. Tractor won't even fit. Tractor, the harvester won't even fit across the road. It's madness. Right. Should have stuck with my original plan and gone in the other gate, shouldn't I? But here we are. I think my wheel is... yeah. If you're on here, what harvesters are you using? Oh, we're in. Right, you're just better drivers than me. Dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. Well, that should be the hard bit out of the way. It should be. Smooth sailing from here on out. There we are. In. You should just whip right round. Now, I can't tell if there's a... No. There we go. We want the swath, please and thank you. I feel like I'm sitting right forward. I feel like my FOV is a little bit narrow, but that's fine. I say it's only a small one. The yield isn't going to be great. You should get through it pretty quick. Should be alright. So now that I'm finally we're finally farming, I'd like to say a massive thank you for the support on the early episodes. They went out. Episode 1 and 2 did so much better than what I thought it would. So yeah, we've had some nice feedback on the series, which again is really good. Had some really nice feedback. We've only had one negative comment, which is absolutely fine. Like I've said before, everything isn't for everyone. It's all good. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll take a 99.9% positive feedback. So yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. We've had some ideas and some people that have experienced different things, in not just on this map, but in the way that they play, that they've shared as well. So some things might change as we go along. Oh yeah, that was something else. Oh, I nearly forgot. With the manure, and this is something, no one's picked this up yet, but it's something I picked up as I watched an episode back, and it was that I was spreading the slurry to avoid getting fined for over storing and for like length of time of storing. But I'd forgotten that and I will double check this, we're not supposed to use our slurry or digestate from September to I think February, and I think that said including contracts. So we will have to have a little double check on that. But when we go through to our next day, we should get a little warning, or maybe as we go into the next month, we'll get a little warning to let us know about that. But yeah, I was concerned about the fines or whatever that would come in from storing our 2 million litres, that I'd completely forgotten about the restrictive times of using certain fertilizers. Got to be careful. So we've really got to plan this out in making sure that you don't have too much slurry as you come to the end of summer, and that you're not then spreading September, October, November. I'm sure it was September, or it might have been after September, so we might be October, November, December, January or something like that. So that's why I do need to double check. I did say that throughout the series we will need to keep hopping back into the policies, because I do forget things. I have such a terrible, terrible memory. They are out enjoying their stroll. But I'd like to know if anyone else is using the policies mod, and how they're finding it, and how it affects their gameplay, and what they're doing. So I think it's going to change things up for me, because I just have a habit of doing anything and whatever, whenever, even when playing like a more realistic farm. Just go out and just go out in winter, plough up fields and spread them with manure. That's what I do as like my winter jobs. But now that's not something that we can do. So I'm going to have to plan. I have to plan so much more. So off one headland, 4,000 each. We've got half a hopper. Now, I know it's not a big hopper, it's only 8,000 litres, but that is more than I thought we were going to get. And we're only getting a 58% yield. So, most likely, this hasn't really been fertilised or anything beforehand. We'll check. We'll probably plough this up. Since we're going to plough up, I say plough it up. We might not. If it needs ploughing, we'll plough it up. But our grass meadow, once that's cleared, that we're going to turn into an arable field as well. We don't necessarily need to plough that up either. We can just use our disc harrow. We brought a disc harrow. Use a disc harrow and then do it that way. Or we might still need to buy a disc harrow. Like I say, mid-December was a long time ago. How is that worker doing? They've just been paid. Have they finished? 5 o'clock already. Man, this is going so quick. So quick. But I would like to have the raking done. So that we can start baling up as well. Now, what I do like about the smaller harvesters, and I am a fan of using the small harvesters, is because you can... It's easier to do from in-cab without using GPS, because you can see the size of the header without like overstraining and looking out. And when... I don't know if any of you watch me do my ETS and ATS, whenever I start looking left and right, for whatever reason, although it's on a wheel and I don't need to touch it, I still end up turning. And sometimes it like overcompensates, where I'll be looking down to my left and I'm turning to the right to try and get where I want to be. And yeah, so I am prone to that. So if we had a header that was like way out there, constantly staring out that way, isn't always so good. Plus it requires more camera movement, whereas if we can just peek down to our left, we can see where we're going and be a little bit better at getting all of our crop in the header width. No doubt now that I've said that, we will be missing pieces. Yeah, next time when we harvest, we'll come in and we'll try the other gate and try and set it up a little bit different. If I come in from the bottom and drive around anti-clockwise, the header would be facing the right way to come in off the other gate, which gave us that wider entrance. To give us a better angle to come in. So, yeah, now thinking about it, now having gone through the difficulty, thought and learned, so that's what we'll do. Stick my pipe out, it should come out. There we are. This tiny little field is going to have a lot of equipment on it. Right. We'll turn the engine off, but we'll leave that running there. we'll put the trailer on the Lambo. I'll quickly move the Hurley round as well. Just makes sense while we're having the break from the combining. Takes an absolute lifetime to walk anywhere. I will probably speed that up. It feels so slow because I've spent so long using like double running speed. But that definitely feels slow. Right. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten that we need to do an extra headland. It's just I can do all them myself at the end. Now, because we're not saving any of these... Oh, generate. Because I'm not saving any of these, we will need to do this ourselves when it comes to baling. Which again, I'm perfectly fine with. We'll have a worker doing something else while we're baling. Right, so where did I park our trailer? We've got that one. Or did we get this one? And this was... See, my brain is just gone. Oh, we do have another trailer. Got the Massey. Where's that? It's around the side, isn't it? Is it round here or round on my right? It's in there. There we go. Right, let's go and get that. And how much did I say this one had a capacity of? I think this head was about 8,000 litres, wasn't it? Because I didn't think my fields were going to yield that much. All good. I'll drive into the test again. Can we get in the narrow field? One of my biggest problems with my driving on this game is that I'm always driving too quick. I shouldn't ever probably be going much more than like 5 miles an hour. So does that fill that up? While that's doing that, we can hop in here and we can have a look at our policy. So slurry management. Was that the one? Require slurry tanks to be... That's not the one. Restricted slurry application. You're not allowed to apply slurry during the months of September to December. So I think... we're going to get in trouble for that. But either way, we would have got in trouble, because if we left it, we would have got in trouble. Plus, we're now going to have to leave it sitting until February. So we might get in trouble for that as well. We're not doing well on the policies. Is what it is. Okay, let's just bring that down there a little bit. So maybe 16,000 litre capacity. on the trailer. I said, yeah, I think I said we'd get two, probably about 2 unloads from each of the fields once they're both up and running. Which, for a change, actually isn't that far off, is it? My guesstimations are normally absolutely terrible, and I haven't got a clue. Now, what I need to decide pretty quickly is, am I just going to sell that off because there's really not a lot, or do I store it and try and remember to sell it in winter? I think once we've got our next unload, I'll have a look at the price. It'll probably be like, really don't know. I'd hate to guess on price at the minute. Not a lot. A few hundred pounds per 1,000 litres. I just don't think it's going to be great. And at the minute, we're not desperate for cash. I just need to get things in and done, so we're ready to and honestly, so we're ready to roll over, so we can get through winter, and then next year be ready to really go for it as a dairy farm. That's what we want. So I still don't think we should get cows this late in the year. But then we're constant. Another thing is like we're then going to constantly get hit with the bale wrap because we've got all those wrap bales and they aren't going to get used. But if we get more cows, they're going to produce a lot, but the slurry will keep filling up again. It's nice to start with that slurry. And if we weren't using policies, there would be absolutely zero issue with it. But I think that's... I mean, it's causing me worries. It's causing me anxiety. It's causing me concerns that aren't really helping. If we had somewhere where we could just sell it, that would be cool. But it's not a BGA. And if we place a BGA, we're not going to make enough money back to warrant it at the minute. I did consider that. I did consider a little BGA. But I think we'd have to buy another field to make that viable, and then build a BGA, and spending a lot of money just so we're not getting hit with what I'm anticipating to be a very small fine in April. I think that's when they're coming. Just have to see how it goes. Because it's going to save us a lot of money with not having to buy solid fertilizer. And I hadn't noticed that we got the slurry in the tank, so I did buy some solid fertilizer. So if need be, we can spread some of that this sort of back end of the year, I guess. But I don't think we'll need to. And on other saves in the past, I have been known, because it lets you, to do like a big grass cut in November, because the game often has that as a default of being able to cut grass then. We'll just have a little look. I'm not sure if we can here. Where's our grass? Yeah, so we could still cut grass up into November. But it has been commented a few times on the unrealistic aspect of doing a grass cut in November. So we've brought the mulcher. So if that'll mulch our grass for us, and we've got a growth state on there, so maybe in November we mulch the grass to give it a bounce back, so we can get an earlier cut in the new year, just so we have like some super healthy grass through winter. That could maybe work to our favour. Like I said, I'm all up for input. I'm all up for suggestions and ideas and help with this in the comments. No one will ever just be dismissed. If I don't want to do what's suggested, I just don't do it. It's fine. But I appreciate whatever is suggested. And if you think you've got a better way for us to manage something, then please let me know. Like I say, I am not a farmer. I'm a gamer that likes to play a farming game. And I've enjoyed my my first day back. First day back, 2026. This is like having the first day back at work. My first video of my hobby. Yeah. Oh, and also because I forget things. We hit the with the series dropping and the success of this series. We've managed to surpass the 5,000 subscriber. I was going to say goal. It's not a goal, but the 5,000 subscriber mark, which is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I do appreciate you all. If you're watching this and my dulcet ramblings do it for you, and you enjoy this, or if you check out any other content on the channel and you enjoy that, and you're not subscribed, do consider hitting the button. It does help us out a little bit, but it is a bit of a vanity number. It's nice to see that grow. Gives me the confidence to keep going and to keep doing and to keep trying, because it has been a long, slow journey to get here. And yeah, it's nice. It just gives you a little boost of encouragement. And I'm not gone into it, and I'm not going to go into it in this episode, but we've had a lot going on again, sort of family-wise. It's just been a really rough few years, so just to see something good happening somewhere is nice. Yeah, so yeah, I do appreciate it. I've put some bits on Discord. If you're on Discord, you probably know a little bit about the struggles, but yeah. But there's more fun stuff on Discord. If you want to come join the Discord server, you can. There's a link down below. If you are a subscriber and you want to support the channel further, you can with a channel membership. Membership starts from 99p. Channel members get early access to all the content I put out, whether it be a day, a week, a month, a few months. The channel members had this series before Christmas, and they still have, at this point, SnowRunner there queued up for them, and I will look to try and get some more stuff done. Oh. Well, that was about as pleasant as a kick in the man strudel, so it's good to know that not only in real life, but in game, and everything is just going exactly as it did in 2025, in 2026, with a massive game crash an hour and 20 minutes into the session. So we are back where we were. I've redone everything again. This time it didn't take me an hour to get everything set up in the field, so on the flip side, it's now only 4:15 instead of 5:20. My worker has once again rowed up that meadow. They are rowing up that meadow for me. I just missed a chunk of crop. Let's see if we crash at the end of this row again. I don't know why that was. Have not the slightest. Something just gave up. So I do apologise for that. And like I said before, this is why I don't do like the ultra realistic RP stuff, and I don't understand how so many people get through doing the realistic RP stuff without the issues that I have. Madness. But at least we got to the end of that row. Yeah, I did miss a chunk. That'll be alright. We'll grab that near the end. I'm going to keep my pipe on the outside because we're at 85% on the fill. Now, I was hoping that I'd be able to record 2 episodes today and edit at least one of them and have it up on the schedule pretty quick. So that's probably not going to happen now, because I just had to use an hour of my very limited time to redo what I'd done. Because I don't say, as you can see, it's pretty raw recording. We don't save as we go along, but on none of my saves do I save as I go along. Because I don't like jumping in the menu to do it. And yeah, it just means another edit somewhere to cut it out. Because there's no need to keep seeing it. So, but sometimes things happen and I don't want that progress, maybe, and I quite like being able to maybe jump out. Like if we have to do something or test something, say like a purchase or a mod or a placeable, I'll save it, I'll do it, and then if it, like the placements and things don't work, then I can roll it back. Whereas if something is like continuously saving, you sort of lose that freedom of it. There we are, it's out. I think I'd pressed the swaft. I've put it back on again. And when I did start up in here this time, I did forget to turn my swath on. I got halfway up the field, so we've got a little less straw, but not a lot. It's not going to make a massive difference in the grand scheme of things. Oh, dear. The challenges, eh? The challenges. So this will give us a, well, pretty much a full trailer. So when this is unloading, we will check prices, because I think I'm just going to sell it. Ooh. Back it up a little bit, get it under there a bit better. There we go. Right. So, should we save it? Since it worked. Let's check where we're going. We are on... Actually, if we just go to... It should... Oh, it doesn't tell us because it's in my trailer, isn't it? Right. Barley. We've got plenty of sale points for barley. At the grain mill? Nope. At the garage farm shop? I think we'll go with the grain mill. I think that would make more sense. If I give it a tag. It's been a while. Don't remember whereabouts that is. It's over there. We have to... Oh, we'll have to go all the way around. So we'll do that. Don't know if it has like... Oh, well, let's turn the engine off on the harvester, actually. I don't think production points have a closed time. That would be cool though, wouldn't it? If you couldn't sell, say, after 8 PM. 8, 9, maybe 9 PM. 9 PM. Because everyone's gone home. I wouldn't be against that. And again, if you want me to bring in limitations like that, not that I tend to work overly late, but you never know, things might get busy someday and we'll be running a really late job, and maybe we'd be better off saving our crop for the next day and then running it down, because we wouldn't get there before closing. So let me know in the comments what you think about that, for adding a little RP. That's how I add my little RP bits. Like, there's not massive things that I do, but just like things to make it harder, things to make it more challenging. That's generally what I do. The mist is rolling in. by the time we get back, we'll be able to move our worker onto the third meadow as well. Probably could have done it now, to be fair, but we'll just get this sold. This isn't going to be a lot, is it? About... yeah, not a lot at all. Let's pay attention to the road rather than try and do the math. It's getting misty. So I think I want to go here. I should probably double check, shouldn't I? Am I where I want to be? I am, yeah. Eventually we'll learn the map, I hope. On the map challenge, you won't have to worry about learning the map. Everything's in one place for sales, and the only real roads that there are the ones we put down. I do tend to stick to the tracks that are in there, but as long as it's not on our fields, we could, just hoss across the whole map in a straight line. This gives us a chance to have a little drive around, see the village, and again I think I'm going left here, so I need to slow down. Give her a wide berth. Whoa, 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 too quick, too quick. I think we just keep going. Yeah, dairy that way. Everything's well signposted as you come across it. I guess for my poor memory, I just need an extra sign still pointing me that this is still the way to the mill. But there's very few roads, and I just stick to it. Just keep it going. Nearly missed it. It's just down the track. So let's see what we get for it. Did park that there. Right, so we dump our barley. We'll see what we get for it. £6,000. So that's covered the leasing. So the next delivery will be profit. It was just under £6,000 for our total lease. So I think what we'll do is we will call this episode here, because I've just got the long drive back. I will, for those that are choosing to play along, if there are any that are doing that, I will continue to do my harvest, I will rotate my worker to its next meadow to row up, and I will get that finished, and I will get that sold, and I shall return the harvester once I'm done. So then we'll come back September 2, early morning, and we can get on with some baling. We might even go and row the final fit meadow ourselves, and then get on with some baling. We'll bale some straw, we'll bale the hay. We might be able to start on the Arcusan stacker as well, just so it's something different next episode. I don't want to come back next episode and we just doing harvesting again. So yeah, that's it. I think that's the plan. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. I do apologise for the massive game crash. I have no control of that, I don't think. I'll apologise for it. It does sort of break the rhythm up. But it's given me a little bit extra daylight to get jobs done. Hopefully you have enjoyed the episode. If you have, give a big fat thumbs up down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Turn the bell notification on, find out when new videos are going live. As always, comments and feedback down there. A massive thank you to the channel members. Your support is greatly appreciated. You guys are absolutely awesome. I can't thank you enough, honestly. I will be trying to get more content out for you, loading up the schedule as best I can with the time that I've got, with things that are just sort of going on at the minute. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.